What is going on, everyone? It's Manny from BackCourt Violation hitting you with another video. And today is just going to be my mock draft 2.0. I'm probably going to have to split it up into two different videos. So I'm going to try and do the first 15 in this one, the next 15 in the next one. But other than that, let's just dive right into it. So with the first pick, the Suns have the pick. And I'm not, doing any speculation that's been going on. I'm just straight doing how the draft order is because there is a lot of speculation that maybe the Suns acquire Cat for the first pick among some other things. It might be a three-team trade. But for right now, we're just going to do it as is. So number one, the Suns get DeAndre Ayton, center from obviously Arizona. He's going to be staying in the state. And good pick, it's hard to find good centers these days, I'll give you that, but the center position is going away. But he can't hit threes, so maybe it's going to be a Joel Embiid type thing. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Embiid because I truly think Embiid is already one of the generational players of the league. So, we'll see how good he is. I'm a little skeptical on him, but I like him. For me, these days, first pick being a center with the way the league is going, that's just risky to me. Yeah, sure, it worked out with the Magic for Dwight Howard, but has it worked out for any other team that he's been on since then? No, not really. So, it's just, with the centers these days, it's just give or take, I don't think DeAndre Jordan's that good. He's a good center, but he's not, he's really not elite and all that. So, and I see a lot of similarities other than the fact that Ayton can shoot threes. Number two, this one could be, go either way between Bagley or Doncic, but even though I've heard Doncic doesn't want to play in Sacramento or Atlanta or Memphis, if you're the Kings and you pass up on Doncic, in my opinion, that's not a smart move. They've been calling him, the next Manu Ginobili, but better. He just won the MVP, I think it's MOP over there, but the MVP of the EuroLeague, playoff run, he won that. So, this kid really is a stud. He's 19. Actually, no, I think he's 18, about to turn 19. He's going to be one of the younger players in the league. There's a lot to like about this guy. They need a superstar. It's the Kings. They need something to hold on to. So, I think they'd be remiss if they didn't pick him up. Then three, you got the Hawks. I got them, taking Marvin Bagley. I think Bagley is just... I'm a big Duke fan, so that says a lot as well. But, he could even go number one. He wants to go number one. Who doesn't, though? But, yeah, Bagley in Atlanta would be a great fit. They need a face of the franchise. You probably move John Collins to center, put him at power forward just because Collins is a little bit better on defense. But that's a nice front court right there. That really is. And then if you're able to trade Schroeder and get some more pieces, bam, you're literally looking at the beginning of a rebuild there, and it wouldn't be looking bad. Atlanta's one of those places where I don't understand why players don't want to go play there. Even the Falcons. It's Atlanta. It's popping. It's, the nightlife is insane. So they want to go to Houston. They want to go to New York. There's a lot of Miami. There's a lot of similarities. LA, Atlanta's one. I don't get it. Four. Now this one might surprise you guys, but four with the Grizzlies. I got them taking Trae Young. I just think, again, they're going to need a face of the franchise, and Gasol is still able to do his thing. Yeah, it'd be nice to upgrade at center. You could go Bamba, but I'll show you later where I want Bamba to go because I think it's a perfect match. But Trae Young, he'd be able to learn from Mike Conley. And it's not like he's bad. Yeah, he had a terrible stretch towards the NCAA tournament in the end of the Big 12 conference tournament champion. So there's inconsistency, but at the same time, it was him and their power forward, and even Trae Young was way better than the power forward. There was like two players on Oklahoma that were good. He was the best player. There's a lot of stress on carrying a team. Look at LeBron in the finals. Granted, he took him to the finals, but LeBron is an anomaly, so you can't really make that comparison. But you get what I'm saying. So I've got Trae Young going to the Grizzlies because I think it'd be perfect for him to learn behind Mike Conley, whom, by the way, It is an absolute travesty that he's never made an all-star team. Throwing that out there. Number 5, this is what I was talking about with Bamba. I've got the Mavericks taking Bamba for the simple fact that Mark Cuban has been starving for a center ever since since he got rid of Tyson Chandler, let him come to the Knicks. I mean, he tried getting Dwight Howard, didn't work. He tried getting DeAndre Jordan, didn't work because of Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and Doc Rivers. This guy just can't catch a break. Nerlens Noel didn't work. I'm sure he would have taken a pick on Jahlil Okafor if the Nets didn't grab him up first. So he's starving for a center. And Bamba's one of those centers that he's really raw, did really well in Texas, great defensively. Can he stretch his offensive game? Because down low it's there, but can he keep stretching it to the effect that Ayton is? We'll see. I like Bamba. So, and I think it'd be a perfect fit there. Him and Dennis Smith Jr., even if Bamba can't develop much of an offensive game, you're at least going to be seeing Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan with Dennis Smith and Bamba. Chris Paul's getting the outlet or he's getting the rebound, running it, and from about the free throw line, bop, lobbing it up, boom, 2 points all day, every day. This could be the making of Dallas being the Dallas that we remember. Number 6, and this one bothers me because I want him to fall to my team. I want him to fall to the Knicks, but I've got number 6 is the Magic. I've got them taking Michael Porter Jr. The fact that he isn't going number 1 is incredible. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. A year ago, him or Bagley would have been number 1. Now Bagley's 3 in my book. I got Porter Gordon 6. Granted, yeah, he had a back injury. Back injuries are serious. I get it. But like I said, a year ago, this kid was almost the consensus number 1 pick, him or Bagley, like I said. But it's one of those things where he's 18, 19 now. Is an injury that young really going to derail you the rest of your career? He didn't tear an ACL or a UCL or an MCL. Yeah, he hurt his back. I'll give you that. But Kevin Love has hurt his back and come back and still been a great three-point shooter. So, I mean, the fact that, he's fallen out the top 5, to me, that's crazy. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's going to be the future face of the Magic if he gets drafted there. Future face of the league. I mean, he's got a LeBron-type body, Ben Simmons-type body, just long, athletic, gonna add that muscle. You can just tell. I mean, the kid's got a body for basketball. Huge fan of him. Number 7, I'm not high on this guy at all. I know he's a good player, but the scouts and the GMs and everybody seem to be higher on him than I am. But at 7, I've got the Bulls taking Jaren Jackson Jr. I just think they're going to be looking for best player available at that time, even though he isn't. It looks to me they're going to be looking for best freshman available, and that's exactly what he is. At 7, he's the best freshman available. You could put him at power forward, center. He'd mesh well with that system with. You got Levine at the 2. Chris Dunn's going to be your 1. You might even be able to move Levine at the 3 if you could add some muscle. Or move Markkanen down to the 3 if he can add some muscle. You got Markkanen at the 4. Add this guy in. That's a decent-looking team. Rebuild. But in a few years, that'll be a playoff contending team. 8, the Cavs. This pick. I've got them taking Michael Bridges from Nova, or Mikel, however, I don't know how it's pronounced. But yeah, I mean, he's a junior, solid player, plays a small forward, so if LeBron were to leave, you could at least have a starter day 1. If LeBron leaves, Kevin Love is gone too. So, I mean, with juniors, above your sophomore year, you know what you're getting. They've already been around the game. You kind of know what player they're going to be. There's not going to be a whole lot of room for, I don't want to say potential, but for superstardom to come out. Not everybody is Jimmy Butler can be a junior or senior, be drafted the last pick of the first round, and then turn into a superstar. That's not everybody. That doesn't always happen. But Bridges is still going to be, a key player on whatever team he goes to. But I got him going 8 to the Cavs. Down, this is the Knicks, baby. Number 9. Let's do it. And I hope it falls this way. I mean, granted, I'd love to get Porter, but I really don't think that's going to happen. 9, I want Miles Bridges. I'm a little bit higher on him than more people are. I've seen him going. People got him going anywhere from 12 to 15. I don't agree with that. He was the better player on Michigan State this year. He was better than Jaren Jackson Jr. He's a sophomore. He shouldn't be penalized for being 1 year older. You know, it might even be half a year older than Jaren Jackson. You know what I mean? Just ages, when it comes to freshman, sophomore age, there is no number. You know what I mean? Like, you're young. If you're young, you're young. I get it if you're 23 and you don't want to take a 23-year-old in the first 10. I get that. Even first 12. I get that. But the kid's 19, 20, solid player, Draymond Green type player, going to give you points, rebounds, assists, knows the game, got the IQ. You know, I mean, I just think if he's available and the Knicks don't take him, I mean, he'd be perfect to be against Porzingis. You could put Bridges at power forward, but he could handle that down low, so he'll play center on defense, power forward on offense, and you flip that on defense. Porzingis is going to play power forward on offense, and he'll play center he'll just be a stretch center. It'll never be done before, but it's not going to matter. Basketball's going to positionless basketball. As long as you got your 2 guards, and then you could basically have 3 forwards at that point. It doesn't matter. So, I think they'll be able to. I mean, Miles Bridges he's a teammate, if that makes sense. He gets it. You know, whatever is best for the team, and that's what I love about him. That's why I want him. 10, the Sixers. I can't believe the Sixers got the 10th pick. That's crazy. But I got them. Believe it or not, I got them taking another center. I got them taking my boy Wendell Carter Jr. He's a freshman from Duke. You know, I just think he's one of those guys that'll be coming off the bench. He's going to mesh real well. He's a smart player. Brett Brown knows how to get the most out of all his players. So, you know, I mean, he's going to be getting the most out of... Honestly, if he would have stayed 1 more year, he might have been a top 5 pick. Straight up. So you're getting a stud player, you know, and he might even develop into a trade piece. He might ball out off the bench this year, and you're like, you know what? We still got our core. Let's see what we can get for him. Maybe they get a first-round pick next year. You never know. But yeah, I get the Sixers taking Wendell Carter Jr. at 10. 11 is the Hornets. I got them taking Colin Sexton just for a couple reasons. Number 1, I know they're kind of looking to move Kemba, so you're going to need a point guard. Number 2, in my eyes, he still is the best player available at this point, so either way you can't go wrong. If you trade Kemba, you have your point guard. If you don't, you have your 6th man and backup, which allows you to trade Kemba at the All-Star break if Sexton balls out. He was coached by Avery Bradley at Alabama. I don't know if I said it, but he's a freshman, obviously. You know, his game reminds me a lot of, oh man, it just came and went. De'Aaron Fox, the rookie for the Kings this year. I mean, the game looks exactly the same to me when I watch him. So I'd be a big fan of that fit. At 12, I got the Clippers. This is the first of their back-to-back picks. Again, I'm going to go BPA for them, best player available. And I'm going to go Lonnie Walker out of Miami. He's a freshman shooting guard from, like I said, from Miami. I got the Clippers taking him. A lot of people are saying he's going to be the Donovan Mitchell of the draft, but I hate comparisons like that because you never know. Don't do that to a player. It's not fair. You know, I've seen Kwame Brown and Greg Oden supposed to be the next, Bill Russell, Bill Walton, Will Chamberlain, and Kareem. You know what I mean? So it doesn't happen. But Lonnie Walker, maybe. I think he's going to be at the very least a great 3-and-D that can drive, and at the very least, after the top 10, that's what you're looking for. And I think he's going to be a really good player. 13, Clippers again. I got them taking Robert Williams from Texas A&M, power forward. He's a sophomore. Just he's got a little DeAndre Jordan to his game, but in my opinion, he's a little bit more physical, which I think is what the Clippers need. They need a new identity. And I do believe, listen, I know there's a lot of speculation on where he's going, DeAndre Jordan, but to me, it's kind of like the Melo thing. Melo's going to be making $28 million this year. He's not going to opt out of that contract. If I'm not mistaken, DeAndre Jordan's is like $20 to $24 million. You're not opting out of that. He's not going to get that again. He's not a center like Embiid that can shoot threes. He is just throw it up to me and I'm yamming it down. But you know what? You can get that from Porzingis can do that if you put him down low. And he's a twig. So all you just need is a big body that can jump down low. He's a dime a dozen. He should take his money, change his attitude, change his game a little bit more to where it fits the team. Because it seems to me that DeAndre Jordan is turning into that little Dwight Howard, I'm the star phase. I don't need that. I need you to get the rebounds and put them back up, and that's it. And that's what I think they're going to get from Robert Williams. 14, I got the Nuggets. This pick I like. I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Kentucky, the freshman, the point guard. You know, the Nuggets are just one of those teams. They're loaded with talent. They're going to be making some trades this offseason. They have no choice but to, just because of the fact that they have all this talent, and then they have another first-round pick they're acquiring. They could very well just trade the pick for cash considerations just to try and get somebody in free agency. I know Wilson Chandler might be up for grabs. You know, you don't kind of Fareed obviously is up for grabs. Maybe even Plumlee. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of changes to that team, but I think he fits it. It's another young. You just traded Moutier to the Knicks, so maybe you need another point guard. I don't really think so when you got Murray and you got Gary Harris, but maybe you want somebody good off the bench. I think Emmanuel Moutier is better than Gilgeous-Alexander, but we'll see. 15. This pick I love because first of all, it's the Wizards. Shout out my dude Angelo, Wiz kids all day, right? But it's a need, and I think that he's going to be a better pro than he was in college. At 15, I've got the Wizards taking Kevin Knox, the freshman from Kentucky, the small forward. Yes, you have Porter Jr. Yes, you have Oubre. And yes, they're both good players. Otto Porter is a stat sheet stuffer. This man could give you 5, 5, 5, and 5. He's not gonna every night, but he could. And Porter is a great spark off the bench and a great spot starter. Oubre, sorry. I'm a big fan of both. Throw in Kevin Knox. I'm a big fan of all three. I think it fits. And I think if Kevin Knox even gets, because he's not the skinniest dude. If he's able to keep building muscle, which he should, he's only 18, 19, you could move him to 4, and then you could start one of those other small forward. Because as much as I like Markieff Morris, he's not the answer there long term. Truthfully, I think his brother on Boston, Marcus Morris, is better. At least he plays with more passion. Yeah, Markieff might be more of a dog. He's going to talk you out more. But Marcus is going to play. And if Kevin Knox can put some, muscle on, he might be expendable. You might be able to get yourself a nice little shooting guard to come off the bench through a trade. I don't know. So that's it for the first 15. Check back with the next 15. The last half of the first round is coming shortly. Appreciate it. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.